Read the newspapers. Yeah, I got a win, Wes. Crazy Canuck quits design to become a full-time
Professional divot
Dimit
derby man.
Derby esports legend.
Okie dokie. We are live and getting set for a couple of TGC Tours World Cup Design playthroughs. Mayday here. Got a little time. We're going to be heading over and checking out Victory Lane Sports doing some Divot Derby, the new game mode in PGA Tour 2K21, coming up at 2 o'clock Eastern, about an hour and 25 minutes from now. But got a little time right now, so wanted to get a couple for sure World Cup playthroughs in. Want to get the two latest main contest courses in Barnegat Bay Golf Links, and then GCS Insane's course that dropped earlier or late last night, actually, Shadowthorn. Want to get those two in for sure. Because of that 2K server issue, we did get a chance to get a couple of the 9-holers in on Monday. We will, if time permits, maybe we can sneak one of those in as well. But as always, just the disclaimers. These are just showcase playthroughs. We won't do a ton of judging or critique here. More highlight the good stuff than anything else. And yeah, if you're in chat, feel free to chime away. Probably be a little slower in the chat today because a lot of people are streaming with the debut of the Divot Derby. But that is fine. Wanted to get these done and out of the way. And so they can have the VODs up, and we'll put them up on YouTube. Also, they'll be available on Twitch for a little bit. And we'll go from there. So with that, Chuck Gonzalez, violin guy, he is the first one we're playing, Barnegat Bay. He completes Group F, which is already star-studded, with Straighthlorn by B101, Burt Pines by B Smooth, Happy Camp Canyon by the CLV. So Violin Guy rounds this out with Barnegat Bay, and we'll see as we load it up and get in here. It's a bit National Golf Links of America inspired, so a couple of templates in there, kind of that Long Island vibe to it. Yeah, let's check it out. By the way, we'll pull up the link to the course in chat if you want to follow along. He does go hole by hole in his post as far as what to expect here. And says hole 1, kind of an Alps-style hole. Fairway with the play here, but choose wisely. Before we dive into the hole really at length, just want to get a little zoom around the property. Show you what he's got going on here. He's actually got a... this is just for looks. It's just kind of a faux course off in the distance. Just kind of a placeholder. As we get back over here, we can see the main course and see this kind of burn, almost canal that runs through the property. That will come into play a number of times on the hole. Got the coastal road running along the edge of the property. A lot of rolling terrain, a lot of dune area. And certainly some deep cavernous bunkers that would be in line with the Mac Rainer style. Alright, so we got default winds out of the east. get that one on down into the fairway here and get on our way. All right, got about a $120 in here. I did set these to pin 4. I have played this once previously on pin 1, so just want to give it a little different look from a different pin set for me. So we're hitting right up to the top of that ridge. Oh, stay there. Nope, not going to quite hold. Oh, it did. Oh. By all rights, I should have rolled all the way off the front here. I really caught a break. I got very lucky with that one. And we take advantage of the good fortune. All right, par 5 here. Actually, I mean, we're talking about Strathmore, which is in the same group as this course. Really, especially the tee shot here is very similar to that at 13 at Strathmore. And that's, in this case, the burn, in Strathmore's case, that crick. It's kind of the central defining hazard of the tee shot. Easiest way to carry it is to go right, but as you do so, in fact, you can see up in the distance how that pin is tucked here on the front right on a tiny little plateau. So zero chance of getting it close if you don't have any sort of angle. Your best angle is all the way out here to the left-hand side, but that is a very difficult carry. And I don't think, I wonder, if I laid up short, what would I have in? I had about 290, so yeah, I would have to get to the other side of the burn to have any chance of getting home. Could just knock a 3-wood down here and play it as a 3-shotter, but do we ever? So again, we won't have really any angle to speak of into this green, but I mean, playing down to this area probably wouldn't be a bad bailout, so let's see what we can do. At least it would leave us an uphill pitch shot. Actually, probably some sort of a splash. 32 yards. There we go. And a nice little birdie start. Cape style tee shot here. Want to hug the left-hand side as much as possible. Bunkers in play in case you get too greedy off the tee. Ew. Not a good swing, but did we get away with it? Just barely. Tough pin here to the false front. Distance control certainly at a premium. Certainly a lot easier having a wedge in your hand on that hole. We're starting to gain a low elevation here, boys and girls, kind of riding the thermals. Tough sloping pin in here, wind off the left. Ideally, you want to hit a draw in. Chuck says this hole loosely based off the Eden template. That's actually not bad. I want to be below that pin. Might be a little bit of a side hiller, but... Hey, Nitro, how's it going? How are those Xbox issues treating you? Hopefully that's been sorted out a bit. Okay, that is very good to hear. I was worried for a second. Hey, you might have fried an Xbox and might still be the first to publish out of Group's GRH, so I would relish in that twinge of irony. This ain't going to be an easy comebacker either. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Nitro. Again, I don't know why Twitch does that. Sometimes it'll give you the options, sometimes it won't. Alright, so par 4 here. Could actually kind of use the slopes to work it around this corner. Around this nest of bunkers. That's what we shall try to do. Head fairly accessible today. Middle of the green in this little bit of a punch bowl. That should kick left. All right, we've got it going early here at Barnegat Bay. All right. Drive and pitch par 4 here. That is a dicey little pin. I really got to think of where I want to lay this up. Probably somewhere in this vicinity. Still a very nervy little wedge shot in here. Small target. Oh, and I maybe didn't get enough on it. Maybe a bit of a sucker pin, but I was feeling so good about myself, I tried to take it on anyway. And now look what I've done. first bogey caused purely by greed. That is a cunning little short par 4, I must say. Alright, Redan style hole here. Might be a little more difficult to access this pin with the wind coming off the right. I mean, obviously the purpose of Redan typically is you want to aim short and away from the flag. This is a reverse Redan. Typically a Redan would slope front to back, right to left. This one slopes left to right. But you want to kind of roll down here to catch this slope, and funnel down to the hole. I got a hook wind and play a natural draw. Fade's going to knock some distance off of it, though. So I got to be careful here. This is a really tough shot with this wind. Oh, but it is downwind. Or downhill, excuse me. I got to take that into consideration, too. Oh, no, that's got to go. That's great for one of the hole locations, just not this one. I haven't played them all, but pin 1 is up in this back right shelf, right about there, as I recall. Catch the ridge and turn left. Oh. That was nearly a great 3, or a great 2, rather. Alright, can really cut some distance off if you can clear these bunkers. Which the wind is pretty neutral, slightly hurting off the left, but I still think we can cover. Oh, hey, who dat? We just barely missed cover in that bunker. We have stage 1 of the cluster among us. Figure we get in a couple of World Cup courses before. Hey! His ears must be ringing. I don't even say the name and I speak them into existence. Victor Lane Sports is in here. Over on his channel about 1 hour from now. Be checking out the new game mode, Divot Derby. Which, you know, some of the people who've streamed it already this morning, it just looks absolutely nuts. But a great party, play with friends sort of mode. So we'll give him a raid when we're done here and check that out. There might be some damn tomfoolery in the foursome that he's assembled. Alright, solid par. So we've kind of leveled off after going 3 under through 3. Par 5 ninth. Well, since you asked more controllers, I would say I'd put the money on you. Monitors? Well, that might be another story. Whoopsie. Somehow I don't think I could talk Mrs. Mayday into a 3-monitor setup in which 2 are partially broken. I don't think that conversation would go well in the Mayday household. Even if our latest gift from the government arrived in our bank account today. Somehow don't think that flies. Well, that's what they want us to do, certainly. We got a couple things we're looking at, but a new monitor ain't one of them. Ooh. Super Chicken? Not quite. It's alright, we'll take a routine par and make the turn at -4. Here at Barnegat Bay. And we will get a little haze here onto the 10th hole, split fairway. That's it, not part of the split fairway. It's these bunkers that define the split. But I do think I want to cheat to the right-hand side here. Shorten up the hole a little bit. Oh, hold on. That'll be fine. Oh, and then the very fast. Whoa, sit down. Ooh, actually uphill to the hole, so let's take one more club here. Chipper's been hot as of late. Ooh, almost another one. On the 11th here, another hole where the burn plays as a central hazard. Actually, I think I want to get over yonder. Leave myself a full wedge in. Alright, let's see. We should be able to ride the wind with wedge here. Nice little uphill approach to this par 4. I love it when I have one right in the wheelhouse. That's what she said. Hey, Matt. Well, we've got 2 of them in here. Hey, hold on just a sec. There we go. Somebody page Matty. Send up the Matt signal. We're one match short of a Charlie Foxtrot. Interesting green here. In which, I mean, he has almost done a bit of a Eden Biarritz hybrid here. And the overall shape of the green kind of feels like an Eden. Because here's hill, here's straith. But then look at the right half of the screen, and that is a tough pin. Oh my goodness, is that tough. Wind at my back, I'm basically trying to hit a 9-iron on a tabletop. I don't think so, Matt, because he has a double plateau on 18. I would say you're right otherwise, but 18 is definitely a double plateau. Yeah, that was just going to always be so hard to land that on the right tier. With that wind. Oh, and a bad putt. Ooh, boy. That was terrible all over. Oh, but we saved the par. Which really, to that pin, I mean, unless you've got a headwind to knock the ball down and help you stop that on that tier, that's probably about all you can hope for. Ooh, drivable here. And kind of like a 9 at Flamingo, it really is calling you to hit a baby fade to get the best line in and have a chance to get on the green. So everything runs away to the left. Well, good news is we've hit the green and under regulation. Bad news. Whoopsie. I think Matt could copy pasta his last statement. This is definitely dicey. And the further up I hit it, the more it's going to break. I will be thrilled with a 2-putt from here. Yeah. That's probably about as good as I could have done from where I was at. The old 3-putt par. You hate to see it. But that was always going to be a challenging 2-putt. A lot of defense in that green. All right, so we got a little bit of a hog's back going on here. Okay. Well, to be fair, I mean, we are playing on pro difficulty. I do believe that's kind of the default difficulty for divot derbies, so tempo should not hopefully be that much of an issue. But yes, for tour rounds and trying to get the tempo dialed in, I totally feel you. Oh! You know, that's an intriguing theory. Never thought that it could be controller related. Oh, what a putt. Alright, we got the little shorty here. Oh, and pin 4 is right in the thumbprint. You love to see it. Just throw it somewhere in vicinity and hopefully let the slopes do the rest. Yeah, that would... It does seem like an odd solution, but I mean, the timing does add up. Oh, let's go. Thank you. Par 5 with a decidedly two-tier fairway. It is a long, and in this wind, I would surmise not very likely we're getting home in 2. Me neither, Eric. Me neither. I don't know how Fritch does it. Of course, if it's what you started on, what you know. I mean, because I obviously come from the land of PS4, so... that is what I know. This is Violin Guys. Barnegat Bay out of Group F. Last Group F course in the field. Hey, Jamie. Oh. Almost chipped it in to get the -8. Tough driving hole. It does help a little bit that I've got a wind off the left. How do you think he does design, Matt? I mean, come on, seriously. Oh, that's gold. There's our first Jerry reference of the day. Oh, come on, wind. I can't say I have had the honor of viewing this fine educational YouTube program. But that's probably on my viewing list for this evening. No, actually, it might be on my list for Friday evening, actually. The nice thing is I do have a couple of days pretty much off of work coming up. Took Friday off for the start of the NCAAs, but... so there may be some day drinking involved on Friday, let's put it that way. So that might be the perfect time to watch that. we are on 18. We will pause the stream just for a little bit to get set up between courses. Again, we are going off next to Shadowthorn by GCS Insane. And that should almost lead us perfectly to 2 o'clock, where we head over to Victory Lane Sports Channel for some Divot Derby. But yeah, Matt, the reason why I said that one wasn't a double plateau, because this is definitely a double plateau. And it's got a little more of an angle to it from where you're hitting in from, whereas that par 3, that maiden, was pretty straight on. All right, let's stick one tight here to finish. Oh, wow, that didn't carry. Whoa, that barely covered the bunker. Oh, and then we underread it. Well, a double plateau, I do feel like there's a little more of an angular. Basically, how I've always thought of it myself is a double plateau, in essence, kind of the way the green is sculpted, is kind of a Buretz on a slant, where you've got high sides typically front left and back right, whereas you got a front tier and a back tier, and you're taking it straight on with a Buretz. So that's kind of my. It's always how I've kind of viewed it. We don't have Joe here, who is certainly our Mac Rayner expert at TGC Tours. He'd probably be able to chime in more, but yeah, still otherwise very nice course. Love the lowlands, love the dunes. Certainly did feel like it was in the place it was certainly set for. So, all right, quick break, guys, to reset the stream. We'll be back in a couple of short minutes as we take on Shadowthorn by GCS Insane. We'll be right back.